You were a professional boxer yourself. How did you then get into training, Sam, and opening up this gym?
Basically, I was a professional. I boxed amateur for a good few years. I was at Lee Park ABC. I'm from Lee Park, a place down in Portsmouth. So yeah, in that community, boxing's a big part of the community down there. Just fighting in general, to be honest. So that's how it led me to the boxing gym. But I always had a big affinity with boxing anyway, even before I ever boxed. I'd done kickboxing and boxing before, but I always had the magazines, always used to collect them, and I was fascinated by the sport of boxing. So, you know, it was a natural progression for me to do it. And then, luckily, I was quite good at it, and ended up turning professional, so I had a good grounding within the sport. So, yeah, it was great.
And how did you first come across Sam?
Me and Sam met in a gym in Bournemouth, just like a little rundown gym. That we was training there, and I was just going there for a bit of training, and we started talking. I watched him spar a couple of times and stuff, and we started chatting, and it grew really organically, you know, how we ended up getting together, and we just become friends, and I had a real keen interest in boxing. I knew there was a lot I could teach him initially, and then what my knowledge ended up going into him and his style ended up being a real good fit and a good match, and it's pretty much going from there. About 3 years ago now, just over 3 years ago.
And then you obviously opened up this place here.
Yeah, New Era's been going about a year, just over a year I've had the gym. Basically we'd done, you know, we've been around to a couple of other gyms, me training, working with different other gyms, but I wanted a place that we could call our own, that we could really settle, that was mine, that could be run the way I want to, you know, get the right sort of clientele, the right sort of people through the door, and sort of have the right ethos that both of us sort of believed in and stuff. So been here about a year, it's been a real success, you know, right in the heart of Bournemouth. Bournemouth's a really vibrant area. A lot of people come here, a lot of people relocate here as well. Some real good people, and it's a very health conscious town as well. There's a lot of people that are, you know, in a lot of places, a lot more people are a lot more into how they look now. Bournemouth, I think, is especially like that, and you know, so that's good. It makes the fitness industry a thriving one for a lot of people.
So then how difficult was it at the start?
To be honest, when it really started, you know, I was able to live, breathe, and put everything that I had and the energy I had into the gym. It was hard, you know. Sam's always been a big support of me and helping out. I had a few other guys, Mo, Mark, Lee, and a few other people within the community that help and support me on that initial setup process. But it was hard. Anyone that's starting their own business and stuff like that, they realise how hard it is. I had to put a lot of hours in. I've always been really dedicated anyway, but sometimes you've got to make sure that you're mixing with the right people that are helping you put in maximum hours and stuff. So yeah, you know, over a year now, it's still really hard work, but it's hard for different reasons now, because we had a good first year. The second year's got to be even better than the first year, you know, otherwise what we're doing is standing still, which is in essence is going backwards because everyone else is moving forwards, you know?
And then what are your plans going forward for the gym?
My plans going forward is I'm going to be a lot more, I'm going to, as myself as a trainer, I'm going to have to work with a lot less fighters because I'm more involved in the business side of it. I've got a good strong client base anyway. That'll probably only grow a little fraction, we'll probably have to decrease. So if I lose someone, I might not necessarily replace them, because as Sam's career gets bigger and bigger, I'm going to have to dedicate more and more of my life to it. So I'm aware of that now. So, but my plans are basically to have multiple gyms. You know, I'm from Portsmouth, have a gym back there as well, be really proud of me as well. I've got a big affinity with a few of the other towns and stuff around, so to open up that and basically expand. But a lot of the gym success will be how good the fighters are. You know, we have the best facilities in the world, but if you've got crap fighters, then you're never ever going to get the gym out there. So it's about attracting the right people to come and join a New Era and help us grow the brand and help us grow as a gym and help us grow as individuals, you know. And
then just lastly on the gym, do you want to talk us through your daily routine? Obviously you spend so much time.
Basically, I usually start about 4 o'clock in the morning. That's when I'm up for. Then I get something to eat. I train a lot myself, so where I'm usually back to back with clients, unless I get up early, I don't get my hour and a half of training in. Then I'll start my clients sometimes about 5:30, 6 a.m. in the morning, and then basically I'm an hour. Then basically I'll get my kid from school, we come back, spend a bit of time in the gym, run around in the gym, and then I'll start at the evening classes. So it's a pretty long day, you know, it's pretty much 7 days a week, but when you get into this game you realise it is more of a lifestyle than a job, you know. If I went every day and I thought of it as work, then I'd be sickened, because I'd be like, 7 days a week, but I just think of it as a lifestyle. Sometimes when I pick up the phone to a fighter, I just don't try and put too much emphasis on it being a work. I just say, well, if you want to be the best at something, you've got to put the hours in. But a lot of people don't realise some of the trainers work behind the fighters, they're working just as hard as the fighters in the hours they put in, the dedication they have to put in. A lot of people don't realise that, and a lot of trainers out there doing it next to no money. There's some good gyms in Bournemouth, some amateur gyms where people put in a lot of hours, they do it for nothing, just to regenerate the area and just get kids healthy, get them in the right way, and also be able to monitor kids from different demographics that sometimes need that support. So I want New Era to always have that as a core, to make sure we're helping people and we're making people better at what they do in any walks of life other than just fighting. That's one of our key things that I want to achieve in New Era.
But
brilliant, cool. Well done.